Let's react to the Phillies last night and look ahead to tonight. All right, Hugh, they lose last night. Duran comes in the ninth, and he gives up a run in a tie game. And look, the game was back and forth. Phillies had a lead. Bryce actually had a good game last night. Luzardo was good early, then he gave it back, and it looked like they were dead. And then, I give a little credit to them for fighting last night because Bader hits the big home run off of Halsey. I'm like, all right, let's get a win. Let's get back up 7. Let's calm everyone down. And then it doesn't happen. They have some bad at-bats late in the game, and then the Mets score one off of Duran. The Phillies are 6-23, their last 29 at Citi Field. They have struck out 21 times in the first 2 games of this series. They're now 5 games up after starting up 7 when this series began. Game 3 tonight. Hugh Douglas, how you feeling? As last night really, in a lot of ways, felt like last year's postseason. Game 1 of this series was a blowout, right? They got blown out. That's annoying. Last night felt like a Mets-Phillies playoff game from last year where when it's close, you just kind of get the feeling the Mets are going to get the better of the Phillies, especially up there at Citi Field. It reminded me of last year's playoffs.
Do you really want to know how I feel?
Yes, I want to know how you feel. Besides the whole, body image issue with the you people.
Body shaming.
Body shaming.
I feel like we better not see them in the playoffs because if we do, we're going home. That's how I feel. The Mets play like we're their get-right team, like fundamentally. Like watching baseball last night, and you guys were taking a deep dive talking about this, that, and the third this morning. But the bottom line for me is this. They play against us, it feels like, just fundamental baseball, and they are good at it. And all they did was move runners, which we didn't do. They hit the ball in the gap, which we don't do at times. And they just waited. You know what they waited for? Us to implode. That's what happened. It's almost like when you fight, you playing a video game, right? And you fighting the final boss, and you've been working your moves, and you got like the final boss has a sliver of health left.
Yep.
And you make a mistake that cost you all of that time that you did fighting in this video game. That's what that was yesterday. And, we talk about Duran and him being out there and how good he is. Fundamental baseball. Hit it in the gap. Hit it where Marsh can't get it. He didn't lay out. Not blaming him for that, but, he couldn't get to it. And just move runners. And that's how they won the game. Fundamentals. Fundamental baseball.
Well, they did it last night. They did it to the Phillies again. All right, look, I'm disappointed. I'm frustrated. I hate the Mets. I said it yesterday, Hugh, there's a way that the world is supposed to work. Like the universe has a kind of a pattern to it. And Mets fans are supposed to be upset. That's the way the world's supposed to work. And when they're happy, I'm not happy. I'm not happy right now with the way the Phillies are playing. But can I offer a little perspective on all this?
Yes.
Just get a win tonight. Just get a win tonight, get out of there with 1, and we're still in great shape. Sometimes, and I think you spoke about this when it comes to football, there are certain ebbs and flows in divisions in sports where, like, for a while, one team will have the other team's number, right? And I think I share your sentiment. I don't want to see them in the playoffs. But the Mets are just they're a roadblock for now. They don't have to be a roadblock the whole way. My point is, the Phillies can still win this division even if the Mets are bothersome. Right, the Phillies have been better against everybody else compared to the Mets.
Yeah.
If the Phillies win tonight and they get out of there with a win, they're still up 6 games with 29 games to play. They're still in fantastic shape to win the National League East. And maybe they won't even see the Mets in the playoffs. Maybe.
You hope.
I hope.
Hey, Joe, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. And the Mets might even make the playoffs. I mean, I don't even know. They're only up 2.
You better hope they don't.
Right. But my point is, sometimes there are teams in your division that give you trouble, and it doesn't ultimately matter. The 2008 Phillies were 7-11 against the Mets in the regular season. I think we forget that. They didn't play well against the Mets. They got to the World Series. They won the World Series. The Mets missed the playoffs by a couple games. Like this, once in a while, there's a team that just trips you up. This is the Phillies' kryptonite. I recognize that. But if they can get one tonight, what was this week? The Mets picked up 1 game. All this for one game?
I like how you put it in perspective.
That's all. If the Phillies win tonight, they lost 1 game this week and chopped off 3 head-to-head in the schedule.
No, I mean,
that's not a big deal.
And what you're saying is true. But the bottom line is this, Joe. They're still alive.
I know. I'm annoyed about it. But I'm trying to keep some perspective here.
Here's the real perspective.
So for you, if the Phillies win tonight, the series, like you're still down, like you can't salvage this thing.
No,
because they can salvage it for me with a win tonight.
My thing is this: going into that MetLife Stadium, they were on life support, correct? You had an opportunity.
They played like crap for months.
You had an opportunity to put them away. You gave them life. You know, if I'm a Met, what I'm thinking? Hey, man, if we get in this thing, if we knock them out, if we knock the Phillies down where they don't get the second seed, they'll probably have to play the play-in, right?
Well, right. If you look at the standings right now, I believe it would be Phillies 3 seed, Mets 6. That would be the first round matchup.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I don't want that.
But like I said, I'm taking the other side of this. If I'm the Mets, I'm looking at it like, hey, man, we got a chance because we own these cats.
Yeah, well, they do. Unfortunately, they do. But just get a win tonight, and we could salvage the series. Hugh Douglas not in salvage mode. They win a game tonight. I feel like
they're all in your head, man. They're in your, not your head, but you know what I'm saying.
They're in there. Let's hear Topper. Topper last night talking about this. Are the Mets in your head? Here's Topper.
Do you feel at all like lately when you've come here that whatever can go wrong, is going wrong?
I don't ever think that. I'm always looking from a positive aspect. I mean, I've been asked that numerous times since we've been here. It's not the building. They're playing good, and we played well today too. We battled back. They get the 5 spot and the 5th. And I was proud of our guys the way they battled. So we come out here tomorrow and do it again.
Battle back, says Topper. He won't acknowledge the Mets are in their heads.
Sounds noble.
215-592-9494. Can a win over the Mets tonight salvage your feelings on the series? Kyle, what are you feeling as the Phillies lose another?
Yeah, I mean, so first of all, down bad today.
Yeah,
that was a tough one. The way that it ended. I like the fact they fought back, but the whole Duran thing, we'll get to that. That's like very worrisome for me. But as loserish as this sounds, I told myself before the series, I just need one. I need one game.
One and done.
One game. I needed that. I told myself 6-game lead in the division by the end of the series. I'm good.
Just get one,
no matter how it looks. And bad.
We're getting one.
We just need one, Douglas.
So wait a minute, Kyle.
What?
I am ashamed of you.
Why?
Because you went into this series after the way the Phillies have been playing.
Yeah.
And you said you just want to get one game?
Yes. I mean, first of all, what we know about how the Phillies play the Mets in Citi Field, like
that's not pledge. That's not pledge.
It is pledge.
No, it is.
He's thinking about the big picture. You're focused on the small details.
That's right.
We're talking about exercising demons here, sir.
No.
We're exercising demons, and you're admitting that we're going to the Mets. They're better than us. If we get one win, that's a W.
They're better than us. They are a good team, and we're on the road at a place that we historically don't play well.
They've been playing bad. They've been playing bad.
It's okay to lose a series every now and then.
Hold on.
I just can't get swept.
They need these games more than we do. They're playing for their life.
So that's your bar.
Just
don't get swept.
Yes, no. So as much as a win tonight can salvage my feelings on the series, a loss tonight will kill me.
Hey,
I mean,
Joe.
We're tail spinning with a loss tomorrow. Can't have it.
Kyle going out tonight. He might not make it to work.
Dude, hold on. Taiwan Walker, CB Buckner umping behind the plate. Yeah. I'm going to the bar for this.
You're
going to have to go to the bar.
I have a few before first pitch.
We ain't going to see Kyle tomorrow.
215-592-9494. We'll get all your phone calls up here. Can a win tonight salvage this thing for you? Ken, for me, they get one. I'm feeling fine. They get one. They get a win tonight. We're moving on, getting out of Citi Field, up 6. Hugh Douglas, he's already writing the Phillies obituary here.